Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. On this episode of World of Tanks, we have a replay review request for J-Man1905, who sent me this. He is running his Su-85 Bravo, Su-85B on Pilsen. Spawned into the north side. So he sent me this replay and said, hey, could I have won this game? So obviously, spoiler alert, we know that he's going to lose this game, but let's take a look at it. My pithy, pedantic answer is always yes. Right? It's always possible to win every game. It is highly, highly improbable. And that's theoretical, right? So it's probably as improbable as to be impossible. But, you know, with an eye towards getting better and looking at all of the mistakes we make and trying to improve, let's look at J-Man's game and see if we can't find a couple places where maybe he could have turned this thing around. So he's going to go up and looks like he wants to camp up here in the northwest. It's a low-tier game. He's a tier 4. He's got tier 4s and tier 3s. This thing has a really nice gun for this tier. He's not going to have much trouble going through anything with this gun. So let me give you what he is doing. There's not a lot of great choices here, are there, with TDs, especially relatively soft, low-tier seat TDs like this. You can go up here into the northwest, or you could go over here to the northeast. I'm not going to really advocate either one. I probably would tend to go to the northeast if I was pinned down and forced to make a decision. Why? Because it's just more flexible. I think there's going to be more early shots over here. I think you're going to be more effective over in the northeast initially by helping these guys push down here, get in these bushes, or hang out up here and shoot all of these targets. This fight in the factories is going to take a while to develop, no matter what. And really at any tier, it's a lot like that. At this tier, this big fight in the factories is going to happen for a while. And you are really just relying on guys coming down the one line. So we got a fight going on over here, and we'll just kind of watch this and talk a little bit about it. Because casemate TDs are hard to use. They're hard to be flexible with. They're hard to get early damage with. They are hard end game to carry with, unless the enemy comes into you and allows you to shoot them, which actually is going to end up somewhat happening on this replay. So let's take a look at it. And the reason I mention all that is there's a lot of dead time. And the fact of the matter is, with a tank like this in this kind of positioning, he hasn't done much. But all of a sudden, because it's low tier, we get this kind of thing going on, which he takes advantage of, and that's a good thing. All right, fantastic. Somebody drove down the middle of a of an alleyway that has a sniper's nest. New player probably didn't even know that really what was going on. So he drives into it. Now his factory guys are losing. There is an argument to be made for going down into the factories and supporting those guys with a TD. It is difficult to maneuver in there, but if you can lock down one of the angles, you can do a lot of good work. The good news, though, for J-Man is these dudes just keep coming at him. And another guy. Bloody hell, there's another one. Reminds me of a story. My wife's aunts were getting onto one of these people movers that you sit down at a park somewhere in England. And they're pretty funny, pretty ditzy to some extent. And one of them stands up and bashes her head trying to get out of the little people mover thing. And then the other one got up and did the exact same thing. The big guy sitting next to him goes, bloody hell, the other one did it too. That's what I'm reminded of when people just do the exact same thing that got him dead. Now he's doing some nice work here while I was babbling, because he is using the bushes. Notice he's coming up, getting a view, going back, solidifying the bushes, and then he can shoot without being spotted. So let's take a look at what we got. This is a pretty even game. In fact, it's starting to be won. And now this is probably, to me, other than initial positioning, which I would have tended to go over to the northeast, like I said, up here to the northeast. But this is fine. You've done some good work here. We've got 591 damage. We've got 3 kills. And now we got to assess, all right, where are we in this battle? Am I just going to continue to allow the enemy to come to me, or hope that they come to me, or do I need to move out and start making things happen? If we look at it, we see that there's a Stug, there's 2 guys here, there's 3 over here, there's 4 over here. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves only 1 guy. The T-127 has a M2 medium, it looks like, that trapped in the factories over here, which means I can move into the factories, help this guy who's on good hit points, take out this isolated guy, and then we can flex back. But let's watch what J-Man does, because he's going to stay here. So that's my first thing, my first big thing. Little thing on the positioning, but you did a nice job. Oh, guess what? Dude shows up. Now I would be getting down in there and working on this M2. The good news is he gives you a shot. The T-127's got them sorted out, and now the Panzer 1C is moving in over here as well. And the second thing then, I would have gone in and helped get rid of the M2, but now that the Panzer 1C is here, I would have made sure this guy goes away. All right, you have got to get forward and get a good shot, and we're going to actually do a lot of bad shots right here. Largely, in my opinion, because you're using shift for zoom. See what's happened there? And this is why I cannot stand shift for zoom in cases like this, where he shifts and goes zooming in, but he's not pointed anywhere near the guy, right? And then he takes a bad shot. So, J-Man, this right here is one of the big reasons why you probably didn't win, is you just took a while to track down this guy. He's raging in here, going after the 127, boom, damage from the 127, and down he goes. So your Panzer 1C just took out your 127. The M2 got a piece of him, probably, well, I was going to say somebody else, but the M2 just derped the guy, and we hung out here, right? So had we pushed in immediately to clean up in the factories when we had an isolated guy, we may have preserved the 127 if we'd have been much more careful about our shots. And then I just think the technical aspects of using shift for zoom hurt you really badly right there. And now we have a Panzer 1C that's raging around alive. And they've evened this thing up. In fact, they've taken a slight advantage. So now what are we going to do? We've got our Panzer 2G. Guy gets cleaned up over on the east side, and we're in pretty much big trouble at this point. Probably now it's too late to move out and help the team. So we are going to have to turtle up right here. It would be nice if the M2 could fold back. I think you actually mention it. Defend the base. I think you tell them to fall back. Yeah, don't push. There you go. 3 of them are still probably over here. The Panzer 1C is raging around somewhere. A nice fast tank. M2 looks like he's trying to get out of dodge, but he's going to fold back over towards there, and he may have been taking fire based on being seen right there. Panzer 2G is probably doing about what he can do. Just hold that corner there and look for spots for his TD back behind him. So really, up to this point, a little bit of extra aggression, a little bit better reading of the battle would have put you probably in a better position right now. But then we have the issue of not taking out the Panzer 1C, probably some mechanical stuff, and now here he comes again. So we're going to move forward. Oop, shift, where is he? Holy cow, I don't know. And we're not getting any lead fire. So really there, when you see a guy coming from right to left that fast, you should have zoomed in when he was over here. Just wait for him to come outside of the building, right? Just put your pipper nice in front of him, like right there. And when he comes, just time that shot and take that shot. And we're just really following this dude. I might have just pickled one off there and gave it a go. So we're just having a real bunch of trouble trying to track this guy down. He should be dead probably 3 times by now. He rages around that way. The Panzer 2G is attempting to get him. He dives down into here. We still haven't taken a shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's he doing? I had a shot right there. So probably he's going to have to come up on this edge, or maybe over here. I just put a shot maybe right into where that bush is. There you go. Good on you. You did it there. And then there they all are. So we move forward to help, but we're a little bit late on that as well. They do get the 1C. That's a good thing. 3G gets in there. We're looking for a shot, and I don't really know. Yeah, there you go. So we do the shift zoom. We got that bunch of stuff in the way. Down goes our tank, and holy cow, it's just you. And now it's just you. I was going to say it's you and the 2G, but nope, it's not you and the 2G anymore. And this is the right play right here. You've got to get up into these bushes. It's going to be obvious as snot as to where you are. And where I would be is right in the edge right here. So let's see where you go. Yeah, these would be the best push. The only problem is a little bit of an issue with view range through there, so I would have got closer to the bush. But it looks like you're thinking that I need to back up, and they're going to more or less come at me. There's a Marder, a Stug, and a Panzer 38 NA. You don't have a lot of hit points. You can only take really about 2 hits, maybe 3 from the Panzer 38 NA. All right, he's on the cap. Interesting. You can't see him. Scoot forward and find him. Get up to the... There we go. So that's good. We'll go ahead and do a really nice job here, pulling back. There we are. Unknown what this guy's plan is, but well executed if it was to die. So that was well played. That's exactly what you needed to do there. And now we're going to wait for these guys. All right. Right here, you have to take the opportunity. This dude has to die. All right, he's on the move. He's a casemate TD. Well, let's see how you handle this. We back, shift zoom, don't really get a shot. Holy cow, he's getting away from me. All right, now he's a one shot and you're probably not seen. Get him. That's your only chance. What you don't want is both these guys with artillery pushing you back such that they can come at you from two different directions with a casemate TD. You have to take a chance now. This is the point at which you have to take a chance. So really passive gameplay, just letting them come to you, which is fine. And right when I saw you do this, I thought you were going to do it. Like, yes, he's going to come off that hill, he's going to take that guy out, and then we'll deal with the 38T if we can. But what happens is we do this. And we don't go after either one. So you had to kill one, right? You're being threatened from two sides. It's a bad situation, but your only option there, really, to me, was to go after the Stug and get rid of him. And then we'll battle out the 38T and see what we can do from there. But we're continuing in this kind of, I'm going to hide in bushes and snipe them as they come. Problem is, that's not going to work right now because there's two of them. So we watch the 38T. Meanwhile, we have to know that the Stug is waiting to come up. We're out in the open. We're maybe get a shot. There we go. We got him. That's great. Here we go. Oh, well, I mean, that was the most obvious thing known to man. That was absolutely going to happen. And I would have definitely gone after the Stug because if I could have taken him out, I'm going to survive at least one shot from the Martyr. It's pretty fast firing, but I have 2 hits to give, and you might have been able to beat him from there. But those are the things that I saw there that probably could have helped you win. I think really it was that mid-game decision to not push out and get aggressive and help your guy against an isolated tank that started to lose a few hit points in your team that you didn't need to lose. And then later on at the end, I think you had an opportunity there, not a great one, but a possibility to be aggressive again up into the northeast, or to, when they started to come at you, you've just got to threat analyze and look, what's the closest croc to the boat? It's a bad situation, but I have to get one of these guys dead. So I'll go after the Stug B, and then I'll see what I can do. Once I get rid of him, now I'm just fighting one guy, and I'll go after the Martyr 38T. So that's my opinion on that, man. I hope you enjoyed that for everybody. Let me know what your opinions are down in the comments down below. If I missed something where you think J-Man1905 should have done something a little bit different, go ahead and let him know. Appreciate you sending in the replay, and we will see you.